This is a tale of courage and pluck and the do-or-die spirit of youth. It reads very much like fiction, but the strange part of all is the truth. For a slim blonde lad of 25 with a faith in his aeroplane decided to fly from New York to Paris. A great many thought him insane, but off he flew. He was all alone. You had to admire his pluck, while a breathless world with a prayer on its lips wished him Godspeed and good luck.
Call it courage, bravery, or downright guts. The Roaring '20s revealed what we most valued in ourselves in an era when heroes showed no fear and at times no constraint. It's fitting that the Goodyear blimps would rise to the occasion. Symbolized by the idols of the day, Charles Lindbergh and Amelia Earhart, taking their spirit of adventure, their leap of faith, and demonstrating the ability to create a lasting legacy in the hearts and minds of the American public. America was invincible. The First World War had been won. Business was booming. People were hitting the road in record numbers and driving the success of the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Headed by a forward-thinking leader, P.W. Litchfield, Goodyear and its employees enjoyed the lion's share of the Roaring '20s. Always an entrepreneur, Litchfield acquired the patents of the German Zeppelin Company, allowing him to secure the technology of early airship design and coax the company's chief engineer to join the newly formed Goodyear Zeppelin Company. Dr. Carl Arnstein, who would prove an invaluable player in the Goodyear blimp legacy, agreed to Litchfield's offer, bringing with him 12 German-born technical experts to continue a process of airship development that had been initiated for World War I efforts. Having a fascination for air travel and a keen sense of promotional prowess, Litchfield found ways to elevate his interests, on the ground as well as in the air. He decided that his company should have a blimp of its own, and so he commissioned the Pilgrim, Goodyear's first promotional blimp. Christened in 1925 by Litchfield's wife Florence, the Pilgrim would begin a crusade of design and display. Bearing the recognizable logo, the Pilgrim was thought by Litchfield to be the first of the air yachts, non-rigid airships designed to cruise the skies as a common form of travel. To demonstrate the airship's capabilities, Litchfield had the Pilgrim drop in on this downtown Akron department store. And from the very beginning, the Goodyear blimps captured the fancy of the American public, giving them a thrill whenever they were present. Here, the Pilgrim, suited in holiday finery as the Santa Claus Express, decked the halls of the Springfield Sanitarium, dropping packages via parachutes to the recipients below. And every day was a celebration, or so it seemed, in this era of frivolity. In 1927, the Army and the Navy worked with Goodyear to build several free balloons. Designs once used to defend our country in World War I were now being used to defend a trophy in the Gordon Bennett National Balloon Race, and test materials used in lighter-than-air flight, much in the same way Goodyear tests its tires on today's racetracks. In 1928, the Navy approached Litchfield with a need for an aircraft carrier, one that would not be a ship at sea, but a ship in the air. And of course, Goodyear's captain responded. But in order for his company to build the great airships, first a giant hangar called the air dock must be built in Akron, Ohio. From its groundbreaking on November 4th, 1928, it took over 1 year to construct. The mammoth structure compared in this publicity photo to the American Falls was large enough to accommodate 7 football fields, or as shown in this early animation, the entire Washington Capitol building. The excitement of the air dock construction was a fitting backdrop as Goodyear produced 4 additional public relations blimps. The Puritan, the Vigilant, the Mayflower, and the Volunteer, all named for winners of the America's Cup, were christened, as Litchfield continued to hold tight his dream of airships sailing the skies as yachts sailed the seas.